If you see a heart on a child's wrist, here's what it means. You've probably seen those posts on social media showing pictures of children with little hearts drawn on their wrists. And if you haven't, or maybe you have and just don't know what it means, get ready for a real tearjerker, because this isn't just some childish doodling. It's so much more than that. But before we bust out the tissues, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications so that you won't miss any of our new videos. It all started with one simple yet heart-melting post by American writer and blogger Liz Petrone. She runs her own website, lizpetrone.com, where she regularly posts blogs about her everyday life as a mother of 4. But she really took the internet by storm when she posted a picture of her young son's little wrist with a tiny heart drawn on it. But that's not what got people's tears rolling. It was how she spoke about her son Luca's struggles with severe anxiety. One day, the worried boy burst into tears when he got on the school bus. And although Liz tried to comfort him from the outside as much as she could, it didn't help. So the next morning, she decided to give her son a gift to make him feel better. She gave him a peck on the hand and drew a heart in the place she'd kissed. She then reassured him that when things get too hard and he feels really sad or worried, he can just look at the heart and know that he's loved and that everything's gonna be okay. She then sent him on the school bus, and to her surprise, the boy didn't start crying. And that's because he felt confident that his little heart would protect him from bad feelings. That's not the only thing you can find on Liz's blog either. She also writes about her own personal history and struggles with mental health issues, including postpartum depression. Petrone strongly believes that it's important to talk about your problems, even if you feel embarrassed or uncomfortable, because there's always someone out there going through the exact same thing. Even though we all cope in our own way, we're all in this together, right? Another mom from Britain, Louise Mallet, had a similar idea that she called the hug button for her son Max. When she saw that he was a little emotionally overwhelmed one day, she comforted him and drew one heart on his palm and the other on hers. They then decided that if one of them presses the heart, it'll send a hug to the other. According to Louise, the hug button has helped her son a lot during hard times. And yet another inspirational mom found her own way of comforting her daughter on rainy days, which made the poor girl feel especially anxious. She drew a heart and a shining sun on her and her daughter's palms and told the girl that anytime she feels upset, she can just look at her palm and know that her mommy has the same drawing too. She said that this reassurance immediately turned her daughter's tears into a smile. Of course, the methods that Liz and Louise came up with aren't the answer to end all problems. But it's still comforting to know that you can look at your wrist and remind yourself that there's somebody in your life who really loves and cares about you. Children, especially during school, need emotional support more than anything. Going through all of the challenges of growing up and trying to figure it all out is hard. So this simple method can make their world at least a little brighter. But are there any other techniques out there? How can you help your child through this difficult period full of big, scary changes? Well, here are a few tips. If your child suffers from anxiety, there are a couple of things you can do to provide emotional support for them. First of all, reassuring your little one that everything's all right isn't always the best idea. When you're anxious, you desperately want to believe there's nothing to worry about, but your brain won't let you. And there's a scientific explanation for that. During these times of high stress, the logical part of your brain gets put on hold because of the chemicals being released in your body. And that's why the more emotional part of you takes control. So try to calm your kid down by taking some deep breaths together. This will undo that initial nervous system response. Don't forget that anxiety is scary even for adults, so imagine how hard it is for a kid. Tell them that you understand how scary it is and that you'll be by their side until it's okay again, when they're feeling better. Another great method is to personify the anxiety. Create a worry character together with your child and give it a name. While you're doing this, let your son or daughter describe the character in detail. For instance, when it appears the most, how it behaves, how it feels, or when it goes away. This will let you find out more about how your child's really feeling and coping. Have your young one talk to this character so that when your child calms it down, he'll relax a little bit too. This approach can be very helpful since kids at this age have an incredible imagination that can guide them through even the most difficult times. Allowing your child to openly worry is a great idea too. At the end of each day, take 10 to 20 minutes for the worry time ritual, when your child can fully express all the worries and fears he or she had during the day. It can be in any form your kid prefers, either telling you about it out loud, writing it down, or expressing it through drawing or any other hands-on activity. Just be sure to let your child take the reins and decide himself how he wants to go with it. This method can really help your little one let his feelings out and get a heavy load off his chest. Once that's done, create a way for him to let go and say goodbye to the worries he faced today. After some time, you'll see how much relief it brings to your kid. Plus, it can awaken their artistic side too. And these still aren't the only methods out there. You can find even more of them online in different forums, where moms with similar problems share their experiences. If it's getting way worse, it might not be a bad idea to see a child psychologist. They can help your kid build his or her own powerful wall against anxiety and find the causes of it on a deeper level. Just don't forget to listen to your own child as well. Liz Petrone's approach isn't just for children either. Everyone can do something along these lines and attach their own meaning to it. It doesn't matter what your age is or what's bothering you in particular. Whether it be relationship issues, anxiety, depression, problems at work, or personal insecurities, you can use this approach. So when it seems like you just can't take it anymore, look at your own heart doodle or whatever you decide to make it, and you'll feel much better. Remember, even if you feel like you can't do it on your own, there are always places where you can find support. It can be from your family, friends, or even some public support groups. There's always a way to see the bright side of things and remind yourself how beautiful the world around you really is. And who knows, maybe this method will do just that for you. So what do you think about this creative solution to crippling anxiety? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.